I just did. I hit the go live button. What
We
it
still
do,
up
what
in
it
here.
do.
We still here, y'all. We still here.
We still here. We still here. You know,
Here.
all
Here.
those non-believers out there. When they gonna start believing? You know what I'm saying? When they gonna start believing?
They ain't.
They'll start believing when we in New Orleans.
Say it again, got it.
We in New Orleans February. They believe.
Uh-huh.
So what up with
Showed
your
up.
Duke, Meech, and Gotti? What's going on with y'all?
What's going on? Hey, I just want to let y'all
Living.
know that I know y'all couldn't make it, so I went out there and I weathered the cold for y'all last night. It was freezing, but it was well worth it.
And we appreciate you, don't we?
Hey.
We sure appreciate them.
I do what I can do when I can do it.
We appreciate you, man. Hey, I ain't gonna
someone
lie
gotta
to you,
represent
man.
for them.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad you braved that cold, but you know I saw the same game you saw from the comfort of my home. I saw the same game you saw, baby.
I just need y'all to understand that y'all not supposed to let anybody know that was me out there on the field, man. I had to do that switch with Saquon. I was stretching and everything.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
told
I
you
nobody.
I told you I had 3 more snaps left in me, man, and I gave it all I got.
And I
Like
knew you
Shannon
was gonna
Sharp
break
said-
one.
like
I
what
knew you was
Shannon
gonna
Sharp
break one.
said. I Shannon
Well,
Sharp said,
I told 2 people, but I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
look, hey, how Shannon Sharp say, I want y'all to know I gave it all I had.
Hey, I knew all I had.
Everything I gave it all I had.
I see that long goatee. You know what I see? What
The equipment guy was supposed to tuck it in. He ain't tuck it in.
No, he ain't tucking it in. He ain't tucking it in at all. We seen you out there though. I knew it was you. I seen you when you checked in. You seen when you tagged in.
I saw him rubbing the Bengay. I said, okay,
There you go.
he's about to come in.
That old goat juice.
All right, now not too much, man. I need my claim to stay 100%. Don't say too much.
So what's going on to all our loyal fans, subscribers out there? We appreciate y'all for tuning into this great podcast, the Eagle Regal podcast, and joining us for this show. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Why waste time? Why waste
Ain't
time?
no reason to. Let's get it.
So here we go. Do you think the running back question has been answered? I'm gonna go ahead and let Meech go ahead and get started with this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
It was answered before the game. Okay, it was answered before the game, but the game just gave it a little heads up competition type thing. I think more so than the running back question was answered, because we already knew Saquon was who Saquon was. I think the defensive question was answered. That defensive line, that front seven, was answered without question of why we the number one defense. But to answer this question, absolutely, it's been answered. Saquon is out there doing his thing. Both defense, it was a very good defensive game. But the defensive that front line, man, we did really outstanding. So I think that question, if there was any questions, that should have been answered in addition to. So yeah, absolutely.
What you got, Gotti? What you got on that question right there?
Hey, both outstanding running backs, no question at all. Hey, Dookie, I like that shirt, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, shout out to Gotti for the shirt, man.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna wait. I was waiting my turn, but I ain't waiting to say that.
I think look familiar.
Yeah,
so both outstanding running backs. The question of has the running back question been answered? I mean, you got the King who went against one of the greatest defenses, and that could have happened to anybody. So,
yeah.
Did we do our thing? Did the defense do their thing and shut him down? Yes. Would he have been successful against another defense? Probably. Saquon, look, the Baltimore defense knew that Saquon was a problem. The coaches know that Saquon's a problem. So you go there on Sunday night, and your plan is to resolve the problem, and they couldn't. Still went out there, rushed for 100 yards. Took a while because most of his yards came in the fourth quarter.
As always.
As always. But that's going to be a problem I think that's going to be a problem for us later on down the road. But 100 yards rushing for the man that your plan is to go out there and stop, and he still rushed for 100 yards and scored a touchdown. But how long was that touchdown? Over between 10 and 15 yards, right?
Yeah, 24 yards.
So it wasn't no garbage, punching it in from the 1-2 yard line. Your job was to go out there to stop that man. Not only could you not stop it from rushing for 100 yards, you couldn't stop him from scoring a touchdown, from outside the red zone. So the question has been answered. Saquon went out there against a team that the run defense averages 77 yards, and he surpassed that by 30-some yards. So Saquon's the man. Saquon is that dude.
You agree with that, Duke? What you got?
Hey, man, true indeed. Man, look, let's go on ahead and break this thing down. Man, the league knows what it is. Come on now. Come on, right? They know what it is already. They know Saquon's the guy. You know what I'm saying? He had 25 more yards, 4 more carries than Derrick Henry. Why? Because we trust him. We believe in him. They wasn't giving the ball to that dude, man. Come on. They was behind the sticks. They know that. Yes, come on. Yeah, man, come on. We already know that. It goes without saying. I don't even know why we have this discussion. I mean, I get it. It's a question. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a question. All I'm saying is the league knows what it is. We know what it is. The voters just got to know what it is. They know what's going on here, man. Was it answered? Yes, it's definitely answered. We already know Saquon is the better running back right now this time. We know it, and it's gonna get even worse when they go through their bye. That's just another week they ain't gonna have. So what statistically looking at numbers means to tell you he's gonna run away with it. Get it? Run away with it. Meech even said it last week. You know what I'm saying? Running backs are supposed to do run. What? Run the ball. That's what they're supposed to do. So get your behind out there and run the ball. That's what he did. So you had to answer your question. Absolutely, the question has been answered. Hands down, it's been answered.
The question has been, and to make that touchdown run, I think he broke like 3 tackles to get to the end zone. It wasn't a straight shot. He broke a few tackles to get there. You know what I'm saying? So the question has been answered. The fans seen it. The haters seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's seen it. Saquon, this is his time. This is his time. And now I ain't gonna take nothing away from Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has solidified his position as a Hall of Fame back. He already solidified that. But it's like move over Derrick Henry. Here comes Saquon Barkley.
Right.
He proved it to everybody last night.
Hey, look, the kings always get slayed by the princes. That's how it goes. The kings gotta fall. You know what I'm saying? The big Mustafa he'll visit, he'll gonna die. And guess what? Then you're gonna have Mumra come up. You know what I'm saying? The leader, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. Come on, let's stop playing with this. Like we already know what it is. Damn, Saquon. Let's go.
Already know what it is. So that being said, we got the answer already. Who was the better running back, this season? Now we got to talk about our offense in the first half. We got to talk about our offense in the first quarter. We got to talk about that, So what can Kellen Moore do to get this offense clicking earlier than it's clicking? What can he do? What you got, Gotti?
So look, the first three series are burned into my head. First 3. The very first play, Saquon Barkley, 13 yards.
Out the gate.
The next 3 plays, pass plays. Right? 3 and out.
Yes.
Second series, Saquon Barkley, 4 yards. The next 2 plays, pass plays, punt the ball. Third series, A.J. Brown, false start, whatever, 1st and 15. Now they want to run the ball. Like what is going on? Like what I don't understand the strategy here. You have a running back who is clearly, obviously from the first question, one of the best in the league, and you're not utilizing him when you should, right? Why is he racking up more than half of his yards in the fourth quarter? right? I understand, yes, he's going to get stopped. He has some tackles for loss, but not right after a 13-yard carry. Not right after a 4-yard carry. Keep running until it doesn't work anymore. You run, then you pass. The pass not working. So you go back and what do? You do it right again. Why are you doing something that doesn't work back to back when you should be doing something that does work back to back? So I don't understand the rationale. So we have to get out there and these coaches have to go out there and make better decisions on executing plays that work, that are proven to work, not just what you think will work, and get the stuff done. The RPOs that we ran, I think in the second quarter or early second half. And so you guys, I didn't hear the broadcast until today because of course I was at the game. So Jalen Hurts ran a run option, like an option, and he gave it to Saquon. And Tony Romo was like, "Man, if they run that again, he pulls it, he's gone."
Yeah.
So they start mixing that in there, which was good, right? And I don't think we've seen those plays in the last couple of weeks where it's just the run option and not the run pass option. But we got to get everything. We got to get that second half offense in the first quarter. We didn't score in the first quarter, and then we scored in the second. We scored what, late in the second quarter? We didn't get our second first down into the second quarter.
Yeah, that's right. That's very true.
We got to get the offense fired up fast in the first quarter.
What you think, Duke? What we got to do?
Man, look, like Gotti said, you know what I'm saying? The first play of the game, 13-yard run play by Saquon. Then after that, you came back a couple of series later, you came back, you got 9 yards. Like if you're averaging, let's just say 10 yards, you're averaging 10 yards. Why are you not running the ball? It's diabolical that you don't run the ball. And when it's working. For instance, like Gotti said earlier, you know, you do things that's proven to work. Now, what I don't understand is how is it that you run the ball for 13 yards, then you run the ball again for 9 yards, and he's slowly chipping upwards. He's not descending at all, but he's slowly progressing more yards throughout the game. But if you don't want to do that, but on 4th and 2 you want to do the tush push, and then when it don't work, then you do it again. But you know the tush push works. So if you know the running game is working, why are you not doing the same thing for the run game? It's diabolical to me, and I don't see how they don't see it. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, they say, you know what? We are going to throw the ball. Okay, cool. You know how many slant routes that were caught by AJ? You know how many out routes that were caught by Goddard? Call those same plays. Beatty mentioned it a couple shows ago. How is it that you can go downfield in the 2-minute drill with them same plays, just use them same plays? Don't work. It's proven to work. Again, it's mind-boggling to me. I don't get it. But what does Kellen Moore need to do? He needs to come up with more scheme out routes and design routes to the inside, because then it'll be wide open. And that's even if you wanted it. But the best thing to do is just come up with more creative run plays. It's simple. We're gonna get the yard. It's a proven fact. So, Kellen, I don't know if you're listening out there, Kellen, and I know you might be because we're probably one of the number one Eagles podcasts out there. But if you are, bro, just take our advice. Trust me, you're not gonna be in the bleachers with us because you're being in the bleachers with Gotti, because we don't go to games like that. So you're being there with Gotti. Go ahead, Beach. What you got?
I'm gonna have to put some of the blame on me, gentlemen. I'm gonna have to put some of the blame on me. I had a Zoom with Kellen and Vic. And I let them know, man, it's the same thing. But honestly, man, the thing that we talked about, and I wanted to get mad, but I didn't, because I felt that what Kellen Moore was doing was trying to exploit that 31st ranked pass defense. Okay, so yes, we can run the ball, but you have to at the same time understand that Saquon, he has been injury prone a little bit. You know what I mean? So we do have to try to manage him. So we could have threw in Gainwell a little bit more and did whatever we had to do on that to continue the run progress. But I liked when we went out there and we were a little bit more aggressive towards their pass defense, who ranked 31st. I felt a little taken aback that we weren't having the success that we wanted to in the air against them. That's the thing that made me mad. You know what I mean? If they're 31st pass defense, yes, the run is working, but you don't want to be one-dimensional because, hey, he's one trip away or one, ankle sprain away from being out for a couple of series, and then what do you do? So we can't be one-dimensional in all facets of the game. Even though it is working, sometimes you do have to, exploit other parts of the passing game and get other people involved. So that's why I wasn't too mad at him, because I had the confidence. Once we started running, I said, okay, we can run on these guys. It's just going to take a little bit more. They do have a very strong front four when they're running, against the run. And that's regardless of who's running the ball. Their front four is very good against the run, like Gotti stated in the beginning. So I did want to see them exploit it, because both of them, they're pretty much like 1A and 1B when you're talking about gaining most of their yards in the second half, third, and especially the fourth quarter. Those guys, the stamina and the condition that they have on those running backs are good. So I like the way we are going. Kellen was attacking that towards this game and towards the latter part of the season by, managing Saquon a little bit more to, not risk him from potential injuries if we don't need to. So I like that we were throwing a little bit more. We always want to see them run the ball, but Saquon, he is human. You know what I mean? He is human. Everybody don't have the record for 4 TDs and 3 consecutive games in the high school like Gotti does. Everybody's not built like him. You know what I mean? Saquon isn't built like Gotti. We know that. That's why he wants him to run like he ran. But Saquon is just a man. He's a mere mortal, Gotti. So, we got to rest him sometimes. But I like what I saw.
With that being said, Meech, Kenny, y'all know how many carries Kenny Gainwell had yesterday?
Shit, as much as me?
0.
As much as me?
So if you got Saquon Barkley in the backfield,
yeah, you're right, 0.
They're gonna be focused on Saquon Barkley, right? So
yeah.
put Gainwell in there and run your running plays.
Yeah.
If they're stopping him, because the focus is not he's very capable of running the ball, obviously.
Yeah.
But change it up, change the offense up. Take Kenny Gainwell out, let them get into their pass defense, and then hit them for a run or quarterback draw or something like that. But if Saquon's in the game and it's a running play, they're gonna be keen on Saquon. You got to mix it up.
That's why I was thinking it was good that they were passing the ball, because Saquon was there. So you got to have that man ready there for Saquon regardless, and that should have opened up the passing game, which we should have had more success on the passing game while Saquon is in the backfield. I also want to add a caveat to my own self, man. I think that I'm kind of worried because we are playing so good, and there's a lot of teams that need coaches, offensive-minded coaches. Chicago, all of these guys are going to need coaches. And Kellen, his resume has proven, he's offensive-minded. So, I think that, he's going to exploit more of his playbook as Caleb Williams needs a coach, and something like that. So I think a little of that business part is going in here as well. That's just me.
Okay, now I will say on the pregame show, I did say that we need to exploit the pass defense or the pass.
You did at the end.
I did. So, but I will say this though: if the run plays are working, then why would you go to the pass plays? So I'm thinking you're gonna start throwing the ball immediately, or run them once or twice, and if it's not working, or third and 6 or something like that. Okay, now you start exploiting it. But if it's proven that it's working on the run, then don't deviate from it. I mean, I know what the plan was, but if this is working, ain't no reason to go back to the plan. This is the new plan. The plans can change immediately. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you, but I just think that's why our offense is rated number 1, right? But I just think that if we solely focus on the run game, is why Detroit gets the number 1 offense over us as the overall team, because we don't want to peg ourselves as being one-dimensional with only the run game. So if you're playing the 31st ranked defense in the passing game, if we're not able to exploit that, I think that we have a problem on you know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah.
Especially getting ready for the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, we got to do something.
Yeah,
something more than what we're doing.
We got to open up the playbook a little bit more. Get Gainwell involved, like Gotti said. I think it's a combination of what everybody's saying, but I do like them, opening up the playbook, going past page 3 and 4. Now we're in page 9 and 10. We get towards the index of the book. So I do like what I'm seeing, and I wasn't mad when they started to, throw the ball a little bit more, be more aggressive with it. I wasn't mad at that at all.
Do y'all think?
Now, I will say though, if we are going to use Gainwell, then put them both back there. Put one on each side. That way, you don't know who he's going to throw it to. You're going to assume that it's going to be Saquon, obviously, because he's number one back. But if you put both of them back there in the backfield, and you both happen to do wheel routes on the outside, now you can pick your poison.
That's true too.
Gainwell can run it too. He ain't no scrub.
He's very capable on the run and the pass.
Oh yeah, both of them.
Shell thinks that one takeaway from watching the game was complacency issues between plays. Anybody want to comment on that?
What's up, Shell? What's going on with you? I agree. I agree from the outside looking in, but you can call it complacency, but I think it's exactly like I was saying, man. I got off the phone with Kellen, probably 2 hours ago, and I talked to him, and we were just going over getting ready for Carolina, getting past this game. It's already a W. But seriously, I think that it's good that we're able to, go and go and see what that passing game is looking like. See what, because you got you got the guys out here. We're still trying to, we're one man down. Our 2-man was out. You know what I mean? So we're trying to pass the ball around and see what we got until he comes back and running back on all cylinders. So I honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they did the exact same game plan when we played Carolina. Sit Devontae Smith down 1 extra week. You know what I mean? And then come back and then play those guys, get ready for the Steelers. Full cylinders. Devontae's healthy. AJ's healthy. I wouldn't matter if we did the same thing.
Yeah, me neither.
So we're gonna switch from the running backs. We're gonna talk about how far the way we're playing right now. How far you think we can go deep into the playoffs? The way we're playing right now. What you think, Duke?
I feel like the way we're playing right now, we can easily make it to the NFC Championship. But at the NFC Championship, we have to fix this not scoring in the first quarter. If we can fix that prior to the NFC Championship, we can definitely win the NFC Championship. If we don't fix it, it's going to be a struggle during that game, because if let's just say like Shell says, it's going to be us in Detroit. Let's just say Detroit, it scores once, it scores a touchdown in the field goal in the first quarter. And that's 10-0 in the first quarter. We obviously don't score in the first quarter for some odd reason. But now we're going to the second quarter, and now we're playing behind. So the play calls are going to change up a little bit. Since the urgency has got to kick in now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the way we're playing, we can definitely make it to the NFC Championship. I would like to get the number 1 seed if we can. So we need a little bit of help from y'all, Detroit. But, I definitely think that we can make it to the NFC Championship. But in order to win it, we got to figure out this non-scoring in the first quarter. If we don't figure that out, it's going to be a long day for us in the championship game.
What you think, Gotti?
I agree. We gotta hit him early, and I would say something, but I know y'all probably tired of hearing me saying it. But we need the second half Eagles in the first half, right? We I think we're only down. No, we're up. 3 points at the half, 2 points at the half. We end up coming back, but that's not always the case. When we lost to Atlanta, we were in our 2-minute drill and we lost, right? Like Doogie said, when your back is against the wall, when we run that 2-minute drill. It's different when it's 2 minutes left in the half and 2 minutes left in the game, right? So I'm trying not to look over there.
I'm laughing at Red Jet, man.
Me too.
She's talking is funny.
That sounds like a Michi comment, boy. That sounds like something Michi was saying.
But we can beat Detroit. But we can only beat Detroit with the second half Eagles, right? We can only beat Detroit with the second half Eagles. The 2-minute, our 2-minute drill for and our 2-minute drill against sucks. When we run in our 2-minute drill, it sucks, right? We seen what happened when we played Atlanta. When the 2-minute drills ran against us, it sucks. You seen what happened last night, and you seen what happened with Atlanta. When Atlanta ran a 2-minute drill, went down and scored on us, we tried to do the same thing, interception. Last night, Baltimore ran a 2-minute drill and scored. But it's a good thing we had a cushion, right? That was a 5-point margin last night. What if it was more time on the clock, right? We had to get out there early. We got to get the points on the board early. First quarter, set the tone. Second quarter, keep it pushing, and that way, when we make our second half adjustments, it multiplies what we did in the first half. You're going to see a different Eagles team in the second half. But right now, we're not seeing a team in the first half, right? Consistently, right?
Yeah.
Consistently. We scored 14 points yesterday. Great. It was a struggle, but we're not consistently performing at a playoff level consistently in the first half. Second half is great. We switch to second half, do that first, make our adjustments, and we can kill them. We can kill them in the second half.
Yeah, I agree with everybody's saying. I think, I need that second half Eagles in the first half, And truth be told, I'm gonna take the dub. Win is a win, but if Justin Tucker didn't have that Eagles jersey on under his Ravens jersey, if he didn't have the Eagles jersey on first and put that Ravens jersey on top of it, I mean, it'd have been he missed 2 field goals and an extra point yesterday. That's 7 points right there, and that would have.
Hey, Justin, we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I got a turkey leg for you. I know Thanksgiving. I got a turkey leg for you.
What you think, Meeks? What you think? How far can we go?
I think, man, we can go all the way. And the reason why I say that is every game isn't going to be pretty. Every game isn't going to be one of those high-scoring games. You know what I mean? You may start off slow, but the only stat that counts in the end is who has the most points.
That's it.
Because if you look at this game statistically, man, they beat us in every category. They had 7 more. We had 17 first downs. They had 24. They had 8 minutes more of time of possession.
7:42.
They ran 20 more plays than us. You know what I mean? We had double the penalties. We had they beat us in rushing yards, they beat us in passing yards, they beat us in everything but the final score. So every game isn't gonna be just like that. We started off slow again, but like I always say, it's how you finish because our defense came in, and our defense isn't going to let the Lions or any other NFC team run us down like it is, man. We showing why our defense is best in the entire league, not just our division or the conference. They're number 1 overall. So I mean, we held the NFL's leading offense, right, to 2 out of 5 in the red zone. That says something. That speaks volumes. You know what I mean? And then we had that bad third quarter for both halves. The third quarter was horrible for both halves offensively, but defensively it was great. You know what I mean? They scored. They got 88 yards to our 3 yards in the third quarter. 0 points. You know what I mean? So 0. We had 0 first downs to the Ravens 7 first downs. So offensively, it isn't pretty because everybody wants to see, 30, 40, 60-yard bombs and 40-yard runs. We want to see that. But we have to remember the flip side of that is a great defense. It's not going to be a pretty game. You know what I mean? So the only stat that matters at the end is just like Kansas City. You know what I mean? They have ugly games. Every game is ugly. They almost lost to the Panthers. They almost lost this week. But they find a way to win. And I think as long as we're able to do that, it keeps our heart pumping. You know what I mean? Defibrillator on standby.
Yeah, right. It's gonna bust it up.
Clear. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, I think that is a testament to our defense, and gonna have those defensive games where you matched up good. So the only one that matters is the points at the end. So I think we can go far because I think we have the ability to break out with Saquon at the end if need be, and AJ and all those guys getting everybody involved. So I think we can run deep.
I think we can run deep now, and I think I think sometimes we play to our opponents. I think the Eagles sometimes they play to their opponents. And we have been a second half team. I mean, and when you look at Detroit, stacking against Detroit, they got that 2-headed monster in the backfield, and sometimes it's like this. Them guys are scoring points at will. They just scoring points when they want to score points. But I said I think we're gonna go far. I know we're gonna go to the NFC. We're gonna go to the championship game. Now, my goal, of course, is the chip. That's the goal.
Of course.
The goal is the chip. But I do think that push comes to shove that our boys are going to show up and show out when the time comes. And they're going to
Sal, what I was going to say was we essentially held the number 1 scoring offense to 12 points. We let them get that last touchdown.
Yeah, that garbage.
Nobody was really guarding them. The water boy he was playing safety. You know what I mean, and stuff like that.
We were just containing the edges.
We
That's
let them do that thing when Lamar ran. We essentially held the number 1 offense to 12 points.
Right.
Yeah. Let's not forget that.
And to be honest, we're averaging an average of 18 points.
Yeah.
And only four teams have scored over 20 points on us all season.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
So
on
it's
lockdown
in my
mode.
notes.
We
It's in my
on
notes.
lockdown. Look Duke over there, got the notes out.
Yeah, man, I had to do my notes this
Okay,
week,
with
man.
the notes.
I had to do my notes this week.
So,
Hey, Reggie, they call you boy Mr. Notebook over there.
So speaking about those garbage points at the end of the game, we know there was garbage points. We'll just go ahead and give it to them.
Oh shit, my bad.
Do you think the Eagles defense could have contained Lamar any better than they did? What you got, Meech?
No, I think they did an outstanding job, man. Hey, I'm gonna give it up to my guys. I don't want to go because I know this is another question, but I think they did an outstanding job. This guy is 2-time MVP. You know, he's in the running. He was in the running before the backwards hurdle. He was in the running for the 3-time MVP for this. So I think to contain him the way that we did, passing and running the ball, we contained his mobility, kept him in the pocket more. Those guys presented that pressure. I think we did a fabulous job maintaining Lamar Jackson and not letting him break out like he does on other teams. Absolutely.
What you think, Gotti?
Lamar Jackson, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to get his yards. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to score touchdowns either with his arm or with his legs. I don't think we could have did a better job with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many. I have a chance to look up the stats, but numerous sacks.
Yeah, three sacks.
3 sacks.
QBR 41.6.
Listen, I was holding my breath last night, and I mean, 5-yard gain. I was happy with a 5-yard gain for a first down. Like that was. Yeah. I was satisfied with that. I was like, okay, 5 yards is not 50. You know what I'm saying? Right. 5 yards isn't 30. You know, I really think that I think that first touchdown pass to
Anderson. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, I can't hold him on that one.
That was a bad decision, but a good play. Because there's no way he should have threw that ball.
Nah.
Yeah. But it was
he should not have thrown that ball, but that was a great play.
Oh, and to be honest, if Blankenship would have turned his head and went for the ball instead of trying to stop him,
he would have got that.
Yeah, that's why I said that was a bad. I would have thrown that ball, but we did a good job. We had a good push on them, right? But then we have, like I say, discipline, right? We have 2 safeties midfield, and the receiver is on the sideline catching the ball. A couple times it was bad passes. They didn't complete the pass, but I'm like, what are you guys doing? Eyes in the backfield. There's no way these guys should be wide open. DBs running to each other, double teaming the receiver and getting a holding call, right? But still, all that added up, penalties, totally lopsided with penalties. You know, everything was going their way. We earned at least half of ours. I tell you that. You know, we did some dumb stuff out there, but to shut him down. We for what we did yesterday, we can say we shut him down for what he normally does. Right? We shut Lamar Jackson down. We held him. We did what we had to do. Now, I know that when they talk about, historical records, like, his record against the NFC, right? He has a superb record against the NFC.
10-1. 10-1. He was 10-2 now.
He was. 10-2. And I know that doesn't really mean anything. Like, teams are teams, but when they go out there and the Ravens hear that we only lost to an NFC team once, that's mental, right? They're now not only do they want to win this game, they want to keep that record going. We got to make sure that, so now we're playing against the physical, the increased mental, beast in them. And same with the quarterback, he's pushing all that stuff in them, and we still shut him down. Shut Lamar Jackson down. I don't think we could have did a better job. We didn't get any picks. But we had some DBs out there, jumping in front of the passes. That the guy who came in from Blankenship, 36, McCullough, he almost had a pick.
Yeah, he almost had
Quint, he almost had a pick.
Almost.
Right.
One more step, he would have had that.
Man, one more step. So I don't think we could have done any better.
Yeah, and then I think having them running, the rushing yards he got was on the garbage at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That sprint at the end of the game. Run. So having his yards was from there. What you think, Duke? You think we did a good job on Lamar?
Man, look, I think we did superb on Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And check me out, Meech. Watch me work.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Time of possession, man. Time of possession. They had the ball 7 minutes and 42 seconds longer than we did. They had 7 first downs more than we did. They had 119 more receiving yards and 26 more rushing yards. And all that, they still lost the game. That lets you know that no matter how long they had the ball, we were scoring and we was gonna hold them. We was gonna score and hold them. They can take as long as they want to get nothing. I don't mind, because guess what? That's a defensive win. So with all that being said, Lamar Jackson had a 41.6 QBR, 206 passing yards, and 166 rushing yards. But I think 40 of them yards came from the last drive.
Yep.
So my thing is this: like, when it's all said and done, if you can hold this man to that and they still lose against the number 1 ranked offense in the league, hey, shout out to the defense. Simple as that. Shout out to the defense. Defense is stout. I don't care what no one say. Our defense is stout. And on that, we did all that without BG, and we still scored all the points without Devontae. Just think if Devontae was playing, it would have been worse. But go ahead, Meeks. I got you. Stat patrol, baby.
Stat patrol. So, what kind of so now we always talk about the first half versus the second half. What adjustments do you think Kellen Moore made from the first half to the second half? What do you think, Meeks? What kind of adjustments do you think he made?
I don't think he made too many, man. Other than running the ball more, pounding the ground a little bit more. Like I said, man, every game isn't going to be one of those half line, 40, 50 point scoring games, man. You're going to have some defensive games because some teams are just evenly matched up. And that's the way that we are. And I foresee the same thing happening, when we play in the championship against Detroit. I foresee the same thing happening, a slow start. And we always wish, for that fast start. But I think that, we just started to win the battle of the fatigue, of the conditioning. We were a little bit more conditioned. The offense was, created a little bit more holes for him. And I think that, Jalen was more of a manager for this game. You know what I mean? Because if you look at it, he only 11 out of 19, on passing for 118 yards, 1 touchdown. So if he did that, he was more of a manager of this game, which we really needed against playing such an evenly matched team. I predicted that it would come down to it because there were 0 turnovers. That helped. So it wasn't going to, do there. Both of our teams were evenly matched. There was just an evenly matched game where we just started to, get a little faster. We just keep running course, and we just got better in the second half. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Sure. What you think, Duke?
Hey, first of all, shout out to Throwback, man. He's on here a lot. We never recognize him, but shout out to Throwback.
Throwback.
But yeah, so
sorry to hear about McCaffrey, man. That guy came, sat the bench. Well,
yeah, I know, that's crazy.
6-7 weeks? Came in for 3 weeks, man. He back out for the season again, man. I hate to see it, man.
But oh well, no, I'm just joking. no. Honestly, that is bad to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like we would like to, have everybody play, but hey, man, it be what it be sometimes. But to your question on Sal, like the second half, I don't really think that Kellen really did a whole lot more. Like me said, I feel like I do think that he focused more on the run offense in the second half, and I say that because fourth quarter, 9 minutes 14 seconds left. Saquon ran the ball for 15 yards. When he ran that ball for 15 yards, he ran another one prior to that for 9. So when he ran that 15, I said right then and there, out loud to everyone, I said, he's going to crack one in a few minutes. Trust me. 2 plays later is when he ran in for the touchdown. I said, I knew it. The man was chipping away at it. So, Kellen Moore, I just feel like towards the end of the game, he knew that the run game was actually picking up. So I just feel like he started running a lot more run plays, mainly because obviously we're trying to run the clock out. So we can run the clock out, call more plays that are focused more on edges, because we were killing them on the edges, not really too much down the middle. So if anything, I would say he called more outside run plays is what he did to me.
What you think?
Go ahead, got it.
Yeah, I think those off tackle plays like kind of went away from stopping them in the first half. But I'm not sure what adjustments they made on the line to still run those off tackle plays. But that's when he started hitting them. 9 yards, 15 yards, and I think the touchdown was an off tackle play as well. But it goes, like I said, I keep saying, I think it's when they go back at halftime and those linemen, tell the coordinators how the defense is lining up, how the linebackers are lining up, and they start recognizing what the blitzes look like, what the defense is doing, they can make their adjustments. So I didn't see too much. I didn't see too many changes, from my point of view, from the second half. But I did see that the execution of the same plays were a lot more successful. So, but like I kept saying, I think these adjustments, they need to find a way to get these adjustments, dialed in and changed up in the first half. First quarter is plenty enough for you to run, certain type of plays, running plays, pass plays, and get a look of how the defense is lining up, how they're adjusting. You run your motion to see if the linebackers follow in the back or if they're going to pass them off and everything like that, and then make your adjustments for the second quarter. But it just seems like, we're taking too long to make those adjustments, waiting for the complete second half. But at one point, it's going to be too late. So,
and shout out to CJC too, because I don't know what he said on the sideline to get them boys out, but whatever he said to boost them up, it worked. So shout out to him. But not as what's up with Trent Williams? Just you can put it in the comments. I'm just curious. I don't know.
Yeah, they saying he lost his child.
Man.
Oh, what?
Sorry to hear that.
I didn't even know. I didn't hear that.
That's crazy. Yeah, prayers to him and the family, for real.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough right there. But I think as far as like I said, everybody, I don't think we made many adjustments to the second half. I think just our O-line, they imposed their will more on that D-line in the second half, which made those plays that we ran in the first half more productive in the second half, pretty much. But yeah, shout out to Trent Williams. This first, he had a stillborn. That's what they're saying in the comments. He had a stillborn.
Oh man, sucks.
Prayers for him and his family right now.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's move this out.
So now we got to talk about these game balls, Let's talk about these game balls. And we handing out game balls to offense and defense. Now we talk about these game balls. Who you giving them game balls to, Gotti?
So I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm happy you picked me first or not, but I already know that somebody's gonna. I already kind of know somebody's gonna pick my second choice, but I'm giving this game ball to Jalen Hurts, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, he picked it up in the second half. I like the way he was playing. I think he record 1 sack yesterday. 1, 2. How many sacks? Anybody know?
Was it 2 sacks? Did Jalen get sacked yesterday?
2.
2 sacks. All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna tell you why. He didn't have a great performance, threw over 100 yards, but football knowledge, right? And I don't know if anybody noticed this, but I noticed it right away. They ran a run option, right? They ran a run option, and he was about to be tackled for a 5-yard loss. He threw the ball out of bounds, right?
Yes.
And as soon as he threw the ball, I said, it's going to be a penalty for a man downfield, right? Which rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of making it 2nd and 15,
he made it
right?
first.
Because he got tackled out of bounds. He threw the ball, got a 5-yard penalty. Now it's 1st and 15.
1st and 15.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know if he meant that. If his knowledge is more than mine, because as soon as he threw it, I knew exactly what he did. He went 1st and 15 opposed to 2nd and 15. And I'm like, that man is smart. And if I knew it, he probably practiced that before. And I just think that type of thinking is what's going to keep us going, playing in the outside the regular season. So my game ball on offense goes to Jalen Hurts. Now my defensive person I'm not giving nobody a defensive game ball. All right.
Oh well, I thought it was only one game ball.
I'm not giving nobody a defensive game ball.
It's about you got a game ball. Oh wait, are we saying we're giving it to an offense or defense or offense and defense?
One offense, one defense.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not giving out a defensive game ball. So this is why.
Meanie.
So
Been stingy
we
over there with
knew
the balls and shit.
we knew the plan of action for Derrick Henry was to tackle him, right? Get out to the furthest extent possible, shut him down. To the furthest extent not possible, put your hands on him, wrap him up, wait for help, and get the tackle, right? So we got people who don't listen. And that man is Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean looked up. He's seen 6'2", 250-pound Derrick Henry, Mr. Heisman, Mr. Maxwell Award, Mr. Walter Camp, Mr. 2020 Russian leader, potential 2024 MVP candidate. He said, I'm not waiting for help. I'm going to do this by myself. And he went up there and he dethroned the king. Now, did he dethrone him permanently? No, he's the king. But I tell you what, since it's less than 24 hours since that dethroning, since it's still less than 24 hours of that usurp, I am crowning Cooper DeJean king for a day.
Hey!
You know what I mean? I'm king for a day. Dude, what you say in the beginning? The king is enslaved by the prince.
That's right. He's staying by the prince. Off with his head.
King for a day. Now go ahead, peasants. Go get your game balls out.
Well, I ain't got no game balls, but I got a rental. I got a rental over here. I got a rental card. All right, so I'm gonna give my offensive game ball to obviously Saquon. You know what I'm saying? For why?
That's why I ain't pick him. I knew it.
Hey, you already knew somebody was gonna pick him. Why not be me? Because that's what it's probably gonna be me too. But it's okay. So obviously, you know, I'm gonna give it to Saquon. You know what I'm saying? 117 rushing yards, 1 TD. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it to him. That's just what this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously an all right guy on offense, so you got to give it to him. And I'm gonna give the defensive game ball to, and I know it's probably gonna take away from Sal's pick. But I'm gonna go ahead and live a couple of shows back. I'm gonna get that thing to Zach Bond. 13 touches, 8 solos, half a sack, deflection, and 1 QB hit. He was out there getting it, so I gotta give it to him because that man was all over the field last night. So those are my 2 game balls. I can't wait to see what Michi gonna say because I know it's something crazy, and I know Sally got something similar.
What you got, Mitch?
Hey, so I want to give my game ball, my defensive game ball, man. Zach Bond. Hey, Zach Bond, man. He got the first one, 4-yard tackle for loss on Derrick Henry behind that line. He thought he was gonna come across that line. It just wasn't as pretty as Coop did. You know what I mean? He didn't pick him up and do all that, but he got him for 4-yard loss. He also had the 14-yard sack. That was his sack. Old boy came over and put a finger on him at the end, and you know that got him to half a sack or whatever you want to call it. Hey, I gotta give it also, man. I don't know if we're breaking the rules with this, but this the Regal Eagle. This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Give a co-defensive ball to my man.
Q Tanamo.
No. Justin Tucker, baby. He was the best player on the defense we had. Justin Tucker, the kicker from Baltimore. I'll give you a game ball too, my friend. Thank you for what you did. We love you for what you did, baby. You did it for me.
You get a ball and a turkey leg.
Hey, but for my other side of the ball, I'm gonna have to go way differently, man, because you know I like to think outside of the box. You know, Jalen came to mind, Saquon came to mind. I'm gonna have to give my second ball to Braden Mann. Braden Mann, the punter. He pinned them down a lot of times, a couple times down there within the 5-yard line. Braden Mann, he held them down there. They weren't able to operate. They were flustered down there. So I'm gonna have to give my second game ball to Braden Mann, the punter. I know it's untraditional, but unorthodox, whatever you want to call it. But Braden Mann gets the second ball from me.
He late. Moses, you late.
Those, yeah, we
You
already
late.
said.
First of all, Moses, we late. We didn't already said that, but that's 1, 2. You need to worry about them raggedy ass Saints. That's what you need to be worried about.
Oh, that's that sorry joke from last time.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, put something else up there. Don't put his comments up there. We don't get him no airplay.
Hey, Shell, I
Braden
want a
Man
double
gets my
double
second
Whopper,
ball.
Shell,
Hey,
with cheese.
You rule.
Did the Saints lose somebody for a year? Oh, the Saints just lost.
Your boy, the tight end. The tight
Done.
end.
Taysom Hill.
Yes,
No,
he
Taysom Hill
done.
gone for the year.
Yeah, he
ACL.
done for the season.
He
Yeah.
done.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
Taysom Hill.
shout out Taysom Hill. I like Taysom.
Hey,
You ain't say before you said it. No, you didn't. We don't believe you.
We said this in the beginning of the show. Tyrone, Moses, whatever. We said this in the beginning. We just didn't give him the game ball. So don't come on here on the Regal Eagle with that foolishness, because you know what we do to people like that.
He
You
said,
know
he
what
said
happens
I'm
to people
Tyrone,
like you
and I said
making
it
comments
first.
like that.
I'm Tyrone. I said it first. God, you stupid.
hey.
You stupid.
But yeah,
Oh no. Oh, so see, I'm not about to let you do that. I'm not about to let you do that, because a couple of weeks ago you was talking about this high flying offense and all this other stuff. We can't be tired. Ain't no one trying to hear that. Take that message. We ain't trying to hear you right now, Moses. I can't. You know what? I can't wait for you to get back until we play y'all sorry behinds again.
we're gonna play.
They
We
said
ain't playing.
Tyrone
They ain't even making it nowhere. So
No,
they're
I
gonna
ain't
be
going
around their
nowhere.
pond. They're gonna be sitting at the
Place
crib
chops.
watching us play. They be,
at the Benz Stadium. Yep.
Hey, don't you worry. Don't you be worried about my
That
beard.
boy
Don't you
said-
worry about it.
What's that? The great big
Gang
gang
ruthless.
ruthless.
Hey, like Miss Pearly said, bitch, I know somebody.
I know
like
somebody. Like
So I'm gonna have to go ahead and echo my man Duke, man. Zach Bond, man. That guy's, hey, he's been the heart and soul of this defense, man. He's been doing this thing every game. His name is mentioned every game when it comes to the
Yes.
defense for the Eagles. He's always mentioned. So Zach Bond out there doing his thing. He having a phenomenal year this year. Having a phenomenal year. And of course, I gotta give it to my man Saquon, bro. He get the game ball, man. You know, he let everybody know who was the running back of the year. He let them know. He put them all on notice. Hey, this is me. Broke that last one for about 24 yards and Dwayne took it in the end zone. So game balls go to Zach Bond and my man Saquon.
I'm with it.
Hey, that's us right there. You know, Shell said she hollering no, we the best comedy relief right now, you know.
No, it's Gotti sitting up there like he's a king for real.
Hey,
All Gotti need is a leg.
go-
That's all he needs, a leg quarter.
I wish I thought that earlier.
Gotti need a leg quarter and some jousting going on. That's all he needs.
Hey man, we talk about Zach Bond. I love him, man. I mention him about every show along him with and Kenyon, man. But if you remember about 2012, I think it was when Luke Kuechly won for Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He won Defensive Player of the Year. Zach Bond is leading him in all. He's ahead of him through the first 12 games. He's ahead of all of his stats that he won. You know what I mean? Defensive Player of the Year with Carolina. He's ahead of him in everything. Zach, 118 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception. I mean, he's getting it. He's getting it. Yeah, Zach
Boy,
Bond is getting
you
it.
know, you cooking right now, man. Boy, you cooking, boy.
Yeah.
What you got?
Zach
What you
Bond
got?
is
Some
getting-
Old Bay? You got some Old Bay season on that? Ooh-wee.
Hey, because if you look at it, man, I think, Zach Bond is, he's doing it because he has the numbers and all that stuff is sexy. But if you look at it, man, I continue to say this, the hardest position in NFL, Pop Warner, Pee Wee, high school, college is the cornerback. That's the hardest position to play in football. And Kenyon Mitchell has locked down every number 1 receiver. Through every game he's played, he's locked down all number 1 receivers. CeeDee Lamb only allowed him 6 yards, that 1 touchdown that he just let him go. I mean, he did that. I mean, everybody else he's played, Chase, when he played the Bengals. I mean, this guy we played right here, he got like 2 or 3 yards on Kenyon. Nobody's throwing it to his side. So I still have him down as the defensive rookie of the year. Absolutely.
Hey, y'all see my man, that old Nelson Aguilar still dropping them passes.
Still dropping them.
Yep.
He ain't catching the babies. He ain't catching the
He
babies.
ain't drop passes, baby. They
Yep.
have
Nobody.
Mhm.
Terrible.
So, okay, we're gonna talk about Meech's favorite guy on the team right now.
I'm about to log off.
God.
I gotta go. Y'all know I gotta go.
We're gonna talk about my boy. We're gonna talk about my boy Meech's favorite guy on the team. You think so? Do y'all think that Nick has finally let his coordinators do their jobs? What you think? I'm gonna go with Duke. Start with Duke off first.
No, I don't. No, I think he's the reason why we ain't scoring in the first quarter. I truly do. I feel like he's coming up with a scheme, and he's telling Kellen Moore which plays to run. He's giving him a list of plays to run, and after that, when it don't work in the first quarter, then it's like, okay, Kellen, go ahead and call your plays. I thought I had it. That's what I think's happening. I don't think Nick Sirianni has let it all go yet. But when he does, when he just sits back and starts to be a walk around head coach, then he'll be good. But outside of that, he just got to let him go. Like, you can tell, it is obvious too, because you can tell the difference of the play calling in the second half. It's only obvious. Like, come on, man. Like, just Nick, just let it go, bro. Like, put your ego to the side. We know you want accolades. We gonna give them to you, but you'll get them if we win. Let them do their job and let them win. It's simple. But no, I don't think it is.
I think back in high school when you write you a little note, you used to ball it up and put in that little piece of paper and fold it up, and you just hand it off to somebody so the teacher don't catch you talking. That's what Nick doing. That's what Nick doing. Nick's still writing ball up that little bit of old paper. He hand them to the coordinator.
Passing notes.
Yeah, make sure y'all call these plays today. Let's make sure. So I still think he's involved. He's still involved in the play calling. I'm gonna say. I gotta say Meech the last. I gotta say he's passing.
We already know what's gonna happen.
About this guy.
He's gonna lean forward a little bit.
Yeah.
What you think, Gotti? What you think?
I think he stepped off a little bit. I think there's a difference between the play calling from the first half of the season. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. He
no, it's nice. I like it. Keep it there.
3rd and 1. He's trying to convert on 3rd down with a bomb to AJ Brown, but at the same time, we're not seeing those long passes anymore. I think they threw one to AJ yesterday, but I really can't remember. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it's not that it stands out. These deep balls, these deep passes, shots to the end zone, like we did in the first half of the season. So, is it a change in the mentality? Is it a change in who has control over the offense? I mean, I really don't know, but I definitely see a change in the offense from the first half of the season. As far as the quality of plays, depending on the down and situation, there's definitely a different quality of plays now, a better quality of plays now, better percentage plays, high percent pass plays being ran in situations where we need them, opposed to high percent plays when we don't need them.
All right, I gotta let Meech take the last. I gotta let him go ahead and do his thing right here. What you think, mate? What you think?
You do see a difference in, not leaving as many points on the field. We see that. We see that the like Gotti said, man, every play isn't trying to be on ESPN top 10. We're not airing the ball out every 40, 50 yards. We don't need those bombs every play. Kellen Moore's getting involved. Vic, obviously he had control of that defense because he's a very senior guy. And I still say, man, it's just like when you have, a good person, you have a good organization, you have a shitty commander come in there, and as a former first sergeant, you get those shitty commanders that come in there and think they know what they're doing, and sometimes you just got to let them fall on their face and let them learn why. All I need you to do is sign leave forms and go talk to the BC. That's all I need you to do. I got this right here. And so that's what Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio is showing that guy, that all we need you to do, you sit back, get the accolades, and look stupid. But I say all that to say this, man. Nick needs to go. I don't care. I don't care what we talking about. How much we're winning. This the problem we have. You have some relationships when the man is or the woman, I don't see it. Somebody getting their ass whooped all the time. The police come out there to the house. The police come to the house and they be like, nah, don't take him to jail. He ain't do that. What happened next week when he get drunk? He whipping that ass again. And then everything comes back. That's what happens if we allow Nick to call those plays and make those stupid decisions. Then you're gonna have the whole Eagles fan base again calling for him to get fired. I think Nick did the right thing by shutting his mouth, sitting down and letting the people do what they're supposed to do, to try to say that's only job security. That's the only reason he's doing it. That's the only reason he's doing it. So like I said, man, get him out of there, get somebody in there worthy, and let's go.
She said, y'all see what Michelle said. You know what I'm saying? She
When
said,
relationship is messed up,
when
when it's messed up, and excuses continue to be made, that's sweeping it under the rug. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's all they doing. That's all they doing, Red Jet. That's all they doing. Kyle Shanahan wasn't able to do that because they're losing. The only reason we're not calling for Nick, this is the same guy, but the winning makes you forget all of that other stuff. We winning, that makes us forget. That's what it is. We were 10-1, or we had that incredible 11-1 the last time. What happened? Nick was in charge, and we started going downhill. So yes, we had all those wins, but we were still losing. Nick needs to go.
Sam says she's gonna keep getting him behind because Nick ain't going anywhere.
So, what y'all think? Do y'all think this last win we got with the Ravens? Do y'all think that was a statement win? What do you think, Meech?
Oh, absolutely, was a statement win because of how closely we're matched up. If we were playing Detroit, I would say that would be the statement game. But as far as the games we have on the schedule, but how close we sketched up against the number one offense, those guys, the weapons that they have out there, King Henry and all these guys, Lamar Jackson, that was absolutely a statement win. The next game that we have on the radar is the Steelers, but absolutely this was a statement win. We needed this win to assert our dominance in the league.
What you think, Gotti? What you think?
100%. We beat a team who had a previous NFL MVP, previous rushing title, and this year they are both in the two people on the field at the same time, potential to be the league, not team, no other crap like that. Two people on the field at the same time with the potential to be the league MVP. They went down. So 100% that was a statement.
Oh yeah.
What you think, Duke?
Absolutely. I mean, right now, we're ranked number 3 on offense, we're ranked number 1 in defense, and still ranked number 4. You know what I'm saying? At the time, the Ravens were ranked number 1 offense. So guess what? That's a testament to our defense. That's a testament to our offense. That was absolutely a statement game. And in 2 weeks, we're going to come out here and make another statement. The only thing is that what I don't like is when you make these statement games, like we made it against the Packers at the beginning of the season. Oh, the Packers might win. Okay, cool, we beat the Packers. Well, they ain't played nobody. Well, they about to play Joe Burrow. They're gonna get done by Joe Burrow. Well, guess what? We beat Joe Burrow. Now, guess what? They got to beat the Ravens though. They ain't seen the Ravens though. The Ravens number 1, so we beat them. So it's always gonna be something because now it's gonna be the Steelers, and then it's gonna be they ain't win out. So it's always gonna be something. But to say it's a statement game, absolutely, it's a statement game. Especially when the power rankings go right now. Lions number 1, Philly number 2. Absolutely a statement game.
100% statement game. Hey, let them haters keep hating. You know what I'm saying? They want to see us fall, but we knock them all out the box. Definitely doing our thing. And my man Samuel Harrison, my boy from Philly, back on the block, he said,
"What's up, Sam?"
All the national media pundits pick the Ravens. They all pick the Ravens. Everybody thought the Ravens gonna beat us, and we proved them all wrong.
Hey Sam, what side you from? What side you from, Sam? North, south, east, west? Where you at? Now we gotta hurry up though, because we already know Michi ready. He got that control delete ready. He got it in the gun.
He's from Southwest. He's from Southwest, but he's from Southwest.
Oh, okay.
We grew up on the same block. That's my boy right there. That being said, hey, I want to thank all our followers, all our subscribers, all our fans out there for once again doing the Regal Eagle podcast and again letting us do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Just keep them coming. Bring them on. And tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And that being said,
give a shout out to my nickname Spoon.
Give a shout out to my neighbor, man. She's a Steelers fan, true and true. Rebecca, man, but she's out here holding us down on the broadcast. She's supposed to be tuning in. Hey, shout out to all the Steelers fans that we converting.
Yo, and shout out to our 2 new subscribers, even though we got 5. It's we got 7734 Hell and Wilfredo Rivera. Wilfredo Rivera. Shout out to y'all, man. Oh, and one more thing before I go, man. Hey, my man Mike down there at Lids. Don't think I forget about you, man. I shot you out, but I don't know who your little crony was next to you before. You know what I'm saying? Talking all that mess about us. So I don't know who that young punk was. You know what I'm saying? But I'm damn sure going to make a short out of that and send it to you, brother, because I know for a fact you watching because you told me you was. I hope you kept
Silence.
But hey, great show, fans. We see y'all next week. Holla at
See y'all Saturday.
What up, Reese? What up, Reese?
That Lenny?
Yeah.
Yep.
Holla.
Peace.